Welcome. I'm Sebastian Mahfood, and you're listening to WCAT Radio, the on-air wing of En Route Books and Media, bringing you the dulcet sounds of Catholic wisdom.
First, I must talk about forgiveness, but my point is really about unforgiveness. Forgiveness is a decision to let go of the resentments and thoughts of revenge. We have all been terribly hurt by the harsh actions or words of another. These wounds can leave you with lasting feelings of anger, bitterness, and vengeance. But the truth is, when you don't practice forgiveness, you may be the one who pays most dearly. Forgiving isn't the same as forgetting what happened to you. The act that hurt or offended you may always remain a part of your life. But forgiveness can lessen its grip on you and help you focus on other positive parts of your life. Forgiveness also doesn't mean that you deny the other person's responsibility for hurting you, and it doesn't minimize or justify their wrong. You can forgive the person without excusing the act. One of the secrets to a long and fruitful life is to genuinely forgive everybody, everything, every night before you go to bed. Did you know holding on to grudges and bitterness results in long-term health problems? To carry a grudge is like being stung to death by one bee. Forgiveness, on the other hand, offers numerous health benefits such as stress reduction, less hostility to others, and improved anger management skills. Perhaps you notice the hypocrisy that every man says forgiveness is a wonderful idea until he has something to forgive. But when we're unforgiving, it's we who pay the price over and over. We may bring our anger and bitterness into every new relationship and experience, and perhaps not even notice it. Our lives may be so wrapped up in replaying what wrong was done against us that we can't enjoy the present. We grow sour on life. In fact, it may be worse to our soul to refuse to forgive than to murder, because the murder may be an impulse in a moment of anger, whereas the failing to forgive is an ongoing, cold, and deliberate choice of the heart. The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is an attribute of the strongest will. A famous man once said, "It is in pardoning that we are pardoned." Have you pardoned anyone lately? Remember, those who forgive most shall be most forgiven. It is easier to forgive an enemy than to forgive a friend or someone that you perceive to be on your team. And it may be particularly hard to forgive someone who doesn't admit they did wrong or even admit to partial fault. If you find yourself stuck with this situation, it may be helpful to take some time to talk about it with another person. It is also beneficial to pray. Through daily prayer, the ability to forgive will come to you in time. You will know that forgiveness has begun when you recall those who hurt you and feel within you the power to wish them well. Keep in mind that you can't force someone to forgive you. They will need to move to forgiveness in their own time. Forgiveness may even lead to reconciliation, but not always. In some cases, reconciliation may be impossible because the offender has died. In other cases, reconciliation may not be appropriate. But even in those cases, forgiveness is still possible, even if reconciliation isn't. Forgiveness often isn't just a one-time thing. It begins with a decision to forgive, but because memories or another set of words or actions may trigger old feelings, you may need to recommit to forgiveness over and over again with the same person. Resist the temptation to keep score, get even, or one-upping. Give the other person the last word. And remember this well. Getting the other person to change their actions, behavior, or words isn't the point of forgiveness. In fact, the other person may never change or apologize for the offense. Think of forgiveness more about how it can change your life by bringing you a lifetime of peace, allowing you to let the past go and move forward with a new life now free of hostility. Notice forgiveness takes away the power the other person had to control a part of your life. We also have to be willing to forgive ourselves. The more you know yourself, the more you will forgive yourself. If you haven't forgiven yourself something, how can you forgive others? Holding on to resentment against yourself can be just as toxic as holding on to resentment against someone else. Recognize that past poor behavior or mistakes, no matter how grave, never have and never will make you worthless or bad in the eyes of God. That's just a trick the enemy wants you to believe. Jesus forgave the thief while on the cross. He can forgive you and I for anything. Accept the fact that you and I, like everyone else in this world, aren't perfect. We must accept ourselves despite our faults. We admit our mistakes. Forgiveness of ourselves or someone else, though not easy, will transform our life. Instead of dwelling on the injustices against us and getting our revenge, instead of being angry and bitter, we can live the rest of our days with a peaceful spirit. This is as the Lord intended it. All we need to do is forgive. If you visit the essay of this talk, you will find many quotes on forgiveness that may be helpful to you.
We hope you enjoyed the program and will join us back for another show on WCAT Radio. This is Sebastian Mahfood. Good day.